Dawn light painting the mountains. The day begins long before the sun fully rises. High in the Andes, the air is sharp, thin, the kind that wakes you with every breath. The mountains stand like silent giants, their peaks capped in snow. Down below, stone terraces climb the slopes like stairways to the sky. The smell of smoke from an early fire drifts in the air, and somewhere in the distance, llamas call to one another. Inside a small adobe house with a thatched roof, a family stirs awake. They have no alarm clocks. Their time is set by the rhythm of nature and the demands of the empire. You might think an Inca farmer simply worked his own plot of land, feeding his family and nothing more. But the truth, he was a vital link in one of the most organized agricultural systems in history. What he planted, harvested, and built was part of a vast network that fed armies, supported rulers, and honored the gods. His life was not isolated. It was connected to thousands of others across mountains, valleys, and deserts. It's the 15th century. The Tawantinsuyu, the Empire of the Four Regions, stretches from the Pacific coast to the edge of the Amazon rainforest. 4 great provinces, all united under the rule of the Sapa Inca, the only Inca. From the frozen highlands to the warm valleys, roads of stone connect every corner, over 40,000 kilometers of them. And at the heart of it all is the Ayu, the agricultural community. Land is not privately owned. It's shared between 3 purposes: the state, religion, and the people's own needs. Life is built on reciprocity. You work for your family, for your community, and for the empire itself. The first task of the day is to walk to the fields. He carries the chakitagya, a wooden footplow, balanced on his shoulder. The work begins with planting potatoes, maize, quinoa, or beans. And often the first hours are spent not on his own family's land, but on plots dedicated to the state or to the sun god, Inti. The terraces are marvels of engineering, stones carefully placed to hold soil, channels guiding water from the mountains, layers of gravel for drainage. The air is thin, the sun intense, but work is constant.
After a meal of boiled corn or chuño, freeze-dried potatoes, it's time for the mita. This is the empire's labor tax. Today, it might mean clearing irrigation canals that stretch for miles, repairing a suspension bridge woven from plant fibers, or carrying stones for a new storehouse, a kolka, that will hold grain for the entire province. It's exhausting work, but the reward is security. If your crops fail, the state storehouses will feed you. As darkness falls, the cold becomes biting. Back home, the family gathers around the fire pit. The women spin llama and alpaca wool, their fingers moving quickly, weaving patterns rich with meaning, patterns that tell who you are, where you come from. Stories are told of gods who shaped the mountains, of ancestors who walked the same terraces, and sometimes they share chicha, a fermented corn drink in small clay cups. Archaeologists have studied Inca terraces that create microclimates, warm pockets in cold mountains where special crops can grow. Some irrigation canals built more than 500 years ago still carry water today. Ethnographic studies of modern Andean farmers show that many Inca agricultural techniques have survived almost unchanged. This knowledge was not just practical, it was sacred. For an Inca farmer, planting was more than survival. It was an act of devotion to family, to community, to gods. He was not just feeding his children, he was feeding an empire. And when we look at the Andes today, with their terraces still standing, their canals still flowing, we see proof that ingenuity, cooperation, and resilience can outlast empires themselves.